Daddy, Lottie Daddy, microphone check. D-Mac in the house. How you doing, brother? How you doing? A little lazy title today, I gotta tell you. I woke up this morning, I still got sleep in my eyes. How's everyone doing? Good morning, be it Tom and all that jazz. Tom, aka Diamond Nuts, what's up? Nostra Thomas, I am the bommus and all that jazz. How's everyone doing today? We're gonna talk about that hot topic. Just quickly, I guess. I don't know. I didn't have much better to talk about today. You know what? We can also take a look at some DeFi. You can also take a look at NFTs. Anything you want to look at today. Take a look at the markets. Talk about this Bitcoin crash. Talk about that buzzword Black Swan events. Everyone's talking about Black Swan events. Trying to get that pipe hit. Trying to get them clicks. You know what I'm saying? It's a little Twitter action. A little promotion. A little promote dog. The truth about you want to know the truth about Black Swan events? Are we in a Black Swan event? Is this a crash? Should you be buying the dip? Should you be panic selling? Let me tell you. No one knows. Well, I'll tell you this for sure. This ain't a Black Swan event. Dude, Black Swan events, like people have been talking about Black Swan events for like the past couple weeks, past 3 weeks. I think Big Boy, heard him talking about Black Swan events coming up, Leo trades, Alex Becker, yaddy dotty, we like to party. I can go, Black Swan events. Dude, you don't predict Black Swan events. Black Swan events come when you least expect it. And I don't even get it. Again, Black Swan events are going to be ugly. If there's a Black Swan event, Bitcoin's probably going to, 19,000, 12,000. It will dump fast. It will dump hard. This little chili dipper we just had, dude, that was nothing. That was a nothing burger. And in fact, are we done? Hell, I don't know. Evergrande, Ariana Grande, whatever. That was the big FUD. That's the big Black Swan event. Do you really think China You really think China doesn't have a money printer and is not gonna and just going to allow their economy to collapse? No, of course not, right? They're attempting world domination. They want to be the #1 economy. I don't know if the yuan, is it the yuan, could ever be like the global currency, but maybe someday, who knows? I'm not a expert economist or nothing. I personally, I think even the dollar will fall. Will it be Bitcoin? Maybe. I have no idea, but it's a long-term outlook on this channel. The fundamentals of cryptocurrency are a no-brainer. Retro in the house. How you doing, brother? Cryptocurrency, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano, all this stuff. Fundamentally, it just makes so much sense, right? And we're still extremely early. It's going to be a whole different, ball game in the future. You used to learn about, I don't know, when did you start learning about the dollar in school? I mean, it's just kind of ingrained in you right away. Back in my day, it was learning how to balance a checkbook. I don't know. Do they still teach that? I doubt it. I'm talking like go to the back of your checkbook ledger and you screw up, you use whiteout if you're using a pen and all this stuff. Like, it's all fancy now. You just need an app and it does pretty much everything for you. Track your expenses, track your bills. It tell you when your bills are coming up. You don't even really need checks. Like, dude, when I'm in oh my goodness, I'm on tangents today. Every now and then you'll get in line at the, I don't know, this is the evil Tom talking right now. I'll get in line and some person is going to pay with check at the grocery store or Walmart or whatever. Well, I mean, it's getting to the point right now at Walmart, they don't even have checkout people anymore. It's just all self-checkout, but people pay with checks. So I'm like, oh my goodness, this is going to take forever, right? The thing that'll really annoy me is, they're paying with check, but they wait till everything's rung up, put in the bag before they even pull the checkbook out of your purse, right? That might sound a little sexist there, because I'm immediately, when I say purse, I'm like, get your out, fill everything, kind of get it started. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, is this a Black Swan event? It is not a Black Swan event. Like I said, you won't know. Black Swan events are just going to be you're going to wake up you're gonna be like, what the hell happened? And you always got to be prepared for it, right? And that's the message I talk about on this channel a million times over. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. That way, when the Black Swan event happens, another one can happen. I mean, we had a massive once in a century Black Swan event. You know what I'm talking about, that sticky icky that happened in March 2020, and it's still ongoing. I think people are like, it's still pretty scary, and they use that as ammo for FUD. And you throw in something like Ariana Grande yesterday and Bob's your uncle. It's easy to move markets. Shorting markets is easy money when you have the right FUD to go with it. And sometimes FUD is real. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I mean, Ariana Grande is definitely a bit of FUD, but like I said, I really don't think China is gonna let that be some Lehman event that collapses their economy and puts the world in, right? It's just too much. It's just too easy to kind of prop things up as we talk, as we speak. Money printer go brr and all that. So I expect a bit of the same out of China. Again, I'm not worried about the markets. I got the stock market up right now. The NASDAQ was up quite a bit at one point. It's been up, down. I mean, I don't think it's been negative, but it's been up a lot. So the NASDAQ's currently up about 35. The E-mini S&P is up 15. I don't even know. I don't even think the Chinese stock market or whatever they call it has been open the past couple days because of holiday or something. So, I mean, that doesn't, you have some crazy event going on and you can't even trade. I don't know. Maybe it has been open. I don't pay a lot of attention to what's going on in the Chinese stock market because I don't have any skin in the game over there. I mean, it's going to affect my skin in the game. I guess I should pay attention. But long story short, no, this is not a Black Swan event. If this were a Black Swan event, Bitcoin would be 25,000, 19,000, maybe worse, right? And it would definitely be a buy the opportunity of a lifetime buy the dip event. IMO, not financial advice. Let's take a look at what's going on in crypto. And then I want to take a look at a guy I follow on Twitter. This dude is Money. And what he has to say, he has a lot of good indicators, a lot of them that I currently look at more just because he spoke about them. I'll probably pay more attention to him. But the philosophy here, plan A is Bitcoin has a blow your top off, goes parabolic, goes all the way up to the top of this logarithmic growth curve. We get to the top of that cycle that everyone just assumes is magically going to happen for the rest of time. For the next 4 billion years, every 4 years, Bitcoin is going to top out on this golden ratio. Ben, come on, dude, big boy. Like he could still be right? Like we could still in the next 3 weeks, Bitcoin could go like 2x, 2.5x. I guess it's possible, right? FOMO, institutional FOMO, retail FOMO. Like we just wake up tomorrow and Apple's buying Bitcoin. Tesla's accepting Bitcoin, ETF gets approved, and next thing you know, Bitcoin could be over $100,000 by mid-October. Golden ratio cycle, Ben, big boy is right. Here's the deal, dude. Here is the deal. No one knows. Benjamin Cohen, he'll be the first to tell you he doesn't know. He just, he thinks this is what's going to happen. And kudos to Benjamin Cohen. I guess it's Cowan, not Cohen. Kudos. I love that guy. I mean, I don't watch all his videos, but the dude has amazing technical analysis. He'll tell you straight up, and like he's one of the dudes on YouTube I definitely respect a lot. Yeah, I respect a lot of other channels, but it's all just the same clickbaity BS, And even Big Boy, he's got some good. I don't know why I'm going on a rant about different YouTubers. It doesn't matter. No one knows. No one knows. I'll be the first to tell you. I don't know. I think we're going up. I think we're going up to over $100,000 by the end of the year. But I'm biased, right? I want that to happen. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. There's no reason for that to happen. In fact, what is the overall cryptocurrency? I'm just trying to put some perspective there. Just try to use some common sense. And most people, if not all people that watch this channel are going to be bullishly biased like me. We all desperately want Bitcoin to go to 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000. We all desperately want to believe everything all these beautiful YouTubers are telling us that Bitcoin is going to do. Desperately. But the market cap for the overall market cap for cryptocurrency is $2.2 trillion. That's a lot of money. So for Bitcoin, which is at around, I don't know, probably 900 billion right now. $800 billion. Bitcoin's at 800 billion. For Bitcoin to go to 100,000, we're talking about, I don't know, a $2 trillion market cap in Bitcoin. That's a lot of money. Ethereum flipping Bitcoin, I think it's possible, but it's a lot of money. That's just for Ethereum to flip Bitcoin. If Bitcoin didn't move, you're talking about roughly $1 trillion Ethereum. Is that possible? Yeah, but dude, that's a lot of money. It would take something IMO like the ETF to get approved. And then if the ETF gets approved, the money's going to be, there's going to be a shitload of money flooding into Bitcoin. I believe they're working on an Ethereum ETF, and these are all going to be things that are going to come. So here's the deal. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin crashes more. My sources told me that Bitcoin was going to go to about 38K, and then we're off to the races for all-time highs. You know what? And I've got a couple really good sources. One of them's Plan B, and we're still on pace for Plan B. He said greater than 47,000 ending the month of August, and greater than 43,000 ending the month of September. I don't know, dude. Freakishly eerie, scary, because we're hitting up the end of September and we're right at 43,000. So, that's a positive, good sign in my opinion. Arab in the house. How you doing? Every dip seems like the last dip. Yeah, because of course you hope for it, and that's why I hope for it, because we got a lot of skin in the game and we want it to go up. I honestly do think we are going up, but it doesn't matter, right? For me, it doesn't matter. For you, it shouldn't matter. Just don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Don't invest more than you can afford to panic sell, right? Prepare yourself mentally. Wake yourself up and say, what if the bears are right? What if Crypto Savvy's right? What if we do go? What if this is it? What if, this recent high here of like 50,000 was a dead cat bounce, and then Crypto Savvy says we're going to 9,000. What if Crypto Savvy is right? Are you okay with that? Well, I'm being real with you. I'm not okay with it, but it's not going to change my plan. I'm just going to hold until I'm right. And I'm probably going to have to hold until, the next bull run, which could potentially be 2024, right around circa 2023, somewhere around there. I forget when the next freaking halving is, but I do truly believe that this time is different. I'm not even sure that we're going to go to the 100,000 that a lot of people are talking about by the end of the year. I lean more towards that than anything, but it's just a whole different ball game. People, for one, point number one, it's way easier for people to on-ramp and buy Bitcoin and buy, that's a two-edged sword though, right? Because people FOMO in, these retailers FOMO in when shit's pumping. Like I would imagine when Bitcoin was like going from 50 to 65,000, a ton of retailers FOMO'd in, and then the smart money will dump on your face and short it and play games, and then the retailers panic sell, right? So that game's not going to stop for a very long time. So that's going to cause a decent amount of volatility going forward. But with increased liquidity comes increased stability. So like I said, that's a two-edged sword. On-ramp, it's a lot easier to buy, but it's also a lot easier to sell, right? Everyone's a freaking genius. a trillion YouTube channels and Twitters, and what's that other one? I'm brain farting. TikTokers, right? Telling you how to come rich in crypto, and it's just too easy. You know, these young minds, these stupid idiots. I was a young stupid idiot at one point. I thought I was king of the world, option trading, futures trading, YOLOing call. Dude, I was YOLOing calls in like 2000, or I don't know, like 2005, 2007, long before the cool kids were, you know, the cool kids of today, YOLOing calls on Reddit, freaking Wall Street bets. You know what I'm saying? It would just so happen to be that 2020 happened to be a very, very kind year if you were a option buyer YOLOer, and it worked out for a lot of people. And I tell you, that choo-choo train has left the tracks. I still see it with Meet Kevin. He's still YOLOing on some call plays here and there, and that bro's, I mean, he's already gotten wrecked on quite a few. He'll eventually come to his senses. I know he's talked about like selling puts, and I'll tell you right now, Meet Kevin, selling puts is a much better way to go. And you know what? Sell a call too. Make that bitch a strangle. Peter in the house. How you doing, brother? What's good, Tom? We're just shooting the shit today. Nothing specific. I didn't do any attention grabbing titles. This video probably won't get as much views because I didn't put Harmony 1 in it. Harmony 1 brings all the boys to the yard. Cardano, Polkadot, those are some nice fancy words to put in the title to bring all the boys to the yard. But we're just kind of hanging out, talking. If there's anything you want to talk about, hit me up. I'm looking forward to the Cardano. Oh, you and me both, brother. Hopefully it will be a catalyst. So I have high hopes for there being some big announcements for the Cardano Summit, but don't get your hopes up too high. It could be I would say it could be a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. There's not a whole lot of sell the, we've already and I don't even really think this was a buy the news, sell the rumor on the smart contracts. It's just kind of one of those things where it pumped up quite a bit and then the market in general dumped. So this is a pretty healthy retracement. Let's look at the charts in general. So Bitcoin's still on pace for my excellent Elliott wave analysis, although we're having a little bit of a, you know, if things play out, we could be good. We could be good. We'll see. This has me into March. I guess this is more like Benjamin Cowan technical analysis. He thinks we're going to go into the next. I think Raw George thinks the same thing too. Trezor in the house. We rich with this brain trust. All right. So Bitcoin did go down. It's holding the fib. Like I said, my sources, I'm going to show my main source here in a second. I got two main sources, Plan B and another brother. We'll take a look at it. I've grown to really respect this dude's technical analysis. He's been pretty spot on. But Bitcoin's holding the fib. That source said we would go down to 38. We would have one last dump down to 38. I don't know that we quite got there. I don't know if it's over. I really don't know if it's over. Eventually there will be a bounce. Technically we're at a lower high and then another lower high. So technically we're still in a bear trend, right? The trend is not your friend. I think we're going to break out of that. We did get up near the 50 on the logarithmic growth. We had the golden cross, all that stuff. Things were looking good, but this could, like I said, you got to prepare yourself, right? This could be this could be a reversal. This could be a bull trap and we can be off to a bear market. Again, I don't think so, but again, I'm biased, right? Like 98% of my net worth is in crypto right now. So, you know, I have to believe we're going up. I mean, I wouldn't put 98% of my net worth or whatever it is in crypto if I didn't believe. And I do believe. It doesn't matter if we go bearish and it gets ugly for a while. Holding to your right. That's my plan. All right. So Bitcoin held the fib, the 0.38. We'll have to see if it turns back around again. I don't know, man. Like, we got like 9-10 days left in September. So when Plan B talks about this, the end of September, it was freakishly eerie that he nailed the end of August so well. I don't know that I don't know that that kind of nailing it is possible. I mean, even with just in 10 days of the end, I don't even know when Plan B says this stuff. I don't think it necessarily means like the close or the last day. It just kind of means in general around September, right? So the fact that we're at 43,000 on September 21st, just as he predicted back in June, that's enough for me, right? That's enough for me. Now, if we continue to go down, then it's invalidated, right? If we go down to 35,000, 40,000, 39,000, we're still kind of in the ballpark, but eventually it's going to be invalidated, right? So if we continue to go down, I think he said 50 or 60,000 in October and like 80,000. And then I don't know, I can find it for October, November, and December. The other bro I'm going to look at, Captain Noia, I guess that's how you say his name, does very good analysis too. But we'll have to see. So let's pull up my dude, my bro. That's a cool little avatar, huh? I picked that up live yesterday. You know what? I meant to talk about another project on Harmony One that I've been trying to buy, and I forgot to mention it. But I also said I didn't know that I wanted to tell anyone because they're hard to get, right? I finally got one, so I'm more than going. And I don't expect this one to be like some like multi tens of thousands of dollar NFT. I just really like the artwork. So this is the guy right here. He hand draws these. He only does like a few a day. I would have liked a more of a Harmony One color, but you know what? These things are hard to get. I'm happy I got it. It's Harmony Aliens by Pixie Man. Anyway, let's pop back on over to all right, so this is a guy right here. I'll post him on Twitter. This guy, in my opinion, does really good analysis. And I'll cover a thread. He had been saying that the dump is coming. He had a lot of hate for it. He legit in Twitter said I sold like 60% of my cryptocurrency when Bitcoin was at 50,000, and he said a massive dump's coming. But he also said he thinks it's temporary and we will see all-time highs this year. So this guy is a legit swing trader. I'm not big on that myself, right? I don't want to fight Uncle Sam, and I don't want to stress out. Like, for example, swing trading, one thing that happens, see, he even has it in his title, swing trader. One problem with swing trading is it's like you sell at 50,000 and then you're sitting there watching the price of Bitcoin every second until you buy back in, hoping you're right? Oh, is this the bottom? Is this time to buy back in? And at a certain point, you hit certain income levels, you need Bitcoin to retrace 30-40% just to even break even with Uncle Sam. And I just don't want to play that game, right? So for me, I'm much more of a buy and hold and earn passive income. I earn passive income on my Bitcoin, I earn passive income on my Ethereum, I earn shitloads of passive income on my Cardano, 2x shitloads on my Harmony One, crap shitloads on my Polkadot. You get it, right? So just keep accumulating, right? I'm not trying. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some, and it takes a lot of discipline to be really good at swing trading. It's not my thing. It's not my thing, right? Maybe someday, if that's all I did was look at charts all day long, maybe I'd swing trade a little bit. But for me, I'm a hardworking man. I don't have a lot of time, and I don't want to spend my every week and second checking the prices and doing this and doing that. So anyway, you see me posting very bullish tweets these days. These are not random. Again, he sold around 58,000. 5 hours ago, 38K still coming, hidden bearish divergence everywhere. And then he said, last dump's coming, expect Bitcoin to 38 and ETH to 25, and then mega bull run starts till end of year, right? So again, this guy is very, very spot on for the most part. He had a tweet that I wanted to cover. All right, so yeah, it's this thread right here. So he covers, like I said, I posted his link. He covers a lot of different indicators and charts, and we'll quickly go through why he thinks we're going to continue to go off to the races the rest of the year. So the fear and greed index is at extreme fear. I didn't realize that, right? Whenever Bitcoin's at extreme fear, I personally think it's an excellent buying opportunity. I'm not buying right now because, as the cool kids say, I'm a little out of dry powder. I got a little dry powder. For example, I could throw maybe $1,000 at crypto right now. And I mean, like, even that is stretching me thin. Like, I'm already all in, guys. Already all freaking in. So yeah, could I throw $1,000 at crypto? But I mean, at this point, it's just, look at that, right? That is my portfolio. Does it make a lot of sense when I'm already stretched thin to throw another $1,000 at it? I'm already reckless. I'm already freaking reckless. If cryptocurrency gets regulated out, I mean, a true Black Swan event and everything goes to zero, it's not going to be happy days over here, right? I mean, the chances that happen are not very good. But I'm on the borderline of irresponsible with my investing right now. Yes, Trezor, you're saying it well. Fear in it. Well, I don't know that it's an all-time high. I think at the last one it was like 28K. It was actually down to like 10 or 11. But when the Bitcoin fear and greed index is at extreme fear, IMO, not financial advice, that's the time to buy. On-chain data remains very strong. And all indicators are still in the healthy zone. Some examples: the 2-year MA multiplier not reaching the red zone yet. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's very far away, but oh yeah, so Bitcoin would have to be at 100,000 in order for this 2-year MA multiplier to be like, it's time to sell, right? And that's a target for a lot of people now. Big Boy is always talking about how right he is with his predictions, right? You keep changing them though, bro. Like you said, we were going to, you legit started the year, you FOMO'd everyone in, you FOMO'd a bunch of opium believers. At first it was 300,000 Bitcoin, and then like 4 days later you did all this technical analysis and roddy-dotty, lotty-dotty, and now we're going to 500,000, and you now you're backing off and saying it's 100,000. So if we do go to 100,000, I don't want to hear about how you write, because you just keep changing your answer. And the video evidence is there, have always said I think we're going, and it doesn't matter, right? I'm just going to get lucky if I'm right. I said we're going to 120 and 180,000. If I'm being honest with myself, I think that is pretty freaking aggressive still, right? 120, again, that's like trillions of dollars flowing in, because we're talking about Ethereum's going to be going up, Cardano, and all this other stuff's going to be. So can it happen? Yeah. But what is it going to take? What catalyst is it going to take for all of a sudden, like, the switch to hit, and then trillions of dollars are going to flow in? Probably something like a Bitcoin ETF or something crazy like that. So again, I'm fine. I am okay. I'm a-okay with it just be a nice, slow, steady for the next 4, 10, 15, 20 years. Like it normalizes, and it's mostly just up. I don't necessarily need parabolic moves. Parabolic moves are a lot of work. If Bitcoin goes parabolic, then I gotta worry about selling and locking in profits and buying back in and doing things that make me uncomfortable, right? Like, oh my God, dude, Bitcoin's 120,000. I gotta sell a bunch of my Bitcoin. Cardano's $8, end of October. Do I gotta sell and lock in some? That's headaches I don't want, because again, once you do it, I've taken thousands to tens of thousands of Cardano off my plate. I've taken a ton of Satoshis off my plate. I've taken a ton of Ethereum, and I'm in an accumulation. I don't want to de-accumulate any of these, right? I want to accumulate and earn passive income. But if we have parabolic moves, I mean, I'm going to be like, it's going to force my hand, right? And I really saw, again, I'm much more, nice, steady, slow and steady wins the race. Have a few pullbacks here and there. We're having a massive pullback, and it's not as painful this time. The longer you're in the game, the less painful it becomes, because you're eventually up. We had a massive pullback in May. My portfolio was up more. So my portfolio was at 690,000. You guys all the regulars have heard this story a million times. I was at 690,000. The rug got pulled on us. I went down to below 300,000 in like a 48-hour period. We climbed back up. It was a very long summer. I was fluctuating between like 300,000, back up to 500,000, back down to below 300,000. And then the end of July, we started moving up again, especially altcoins. Cardano being my biggest bag has really helped the portfolio. And I was at all-time highs again, 750,000. Excuse me. And now this pullback, this bloodbath that a lot of people are panicking and freaking out over, dude, I'm not too far away from what my all-time high was in May. So it gets easier and easier. The problem is that it could get a lot worse. So that's all you got to prepare for, is the fact that it could get a lot worse. And again, it's an accumulation game. So if we go to 100K, you'll be rich. Nah, not rich enough, brother. I need retirement rich. I always buy at the moment it goes below 15 to 20. When what goes below 15 or 20? Bitcoin? I don't know if we're going to see that again. Were you was I nervous? Oh, you know what? You know what? I forgot to do this yesterday and I'm forgetting to do it again today. Hans made this suggestion a while back. I forgot to do it yesterday. So there we go. Let's hop back on over to what the captain has to say. The captain in Tanil. But I'm not nervous. We're a long way from me being nervous. If Bitcoin could go back down to 30, you know what? If Bitcoin goes below like 38,000 again, and we start seeing 30,000 again, I'll be nervous. AF, right? I do think the bridge is over if we hit that. If it's a wick, not that big a deal, but I think anything below like 38,000, it's time to start like, man, this might be the bridge is over type of stuff. And I just mean that in the short term. Long term, any new coins trying to accumulate. He's stout in the house. I've accumulated. Oh, we could take a look at that real quick too. I've been accumulating Da Vinci. Not really. I bought some Da Vinci, and I've been accumulating the shit out of DeFi Kingdoms. Right. I love me some DeFi Kingdoms, though the interest rate on this has been cut in half, so the amount I'm making on this has kind of been stuck in balls. All right, so it's down to 10,470. Let's manage this real quick. Here, unclaimed jewels. So I got a lot of jewels like that are locked in the bank. I was making about 185 jewels a day. But the interest rate last week was like the APR on this was 20,000%. It's come down quite a bit, so it is down to. Oh, the jewel price is recovering. It was down to like 90 cents. It was getting whacked pretty hard, but the markets were down, right? So it's making a comeback. This is still doing really good. The APR is down to about 10,000, so it's been cut in half, and then. So my jewels have been, not as great, but I'm going to continue to claim them. They got an NFT coming up that I may try and buy. But this isn't any type of coin that I would recommend buying. When it comes to accumulating, again, I'm out of money. Joined on the 11th of May and then saw my portfolio turn blood. I have been decent. Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. I have sold a few coins. And I turned 2x and got back my new coins I bought in August were 8x and Moon River. So I'm a huge fan of 8x and anything in the Cardano ecosystem. I think those are going to explode and go to the moon. I've even posted that in the Discord. Let me post the Discord. Again, I'm not trying to turn this into some crazy tens of thousands. I just want a nice brain trust over there. And we can talk crypto, we can talk NFTs, and we can all make money together. But I did post over there that I think the dot ecosystem, the Polkadot ecosystem. So Moonriver is in the Kusama, if I remember correctly. I do think the Kusama and Polkadot ecosystems have yet to have their day. And especially once the parachains start going live on Polkadot, that is going to explode. I have a decently sized Polkadot bag, earning me 12%. What am I up to? I got paid today. I got more Polkadot today because they pay me every Tuesday and they pay me every Friday. So I probably earned about 50 free Polkadot this year. You can't beat that with a stick. So I'm at 1,024 Polkadot. So at one point I was at 1,200, then I sold it all to do that little wash sell funny business, and then I bought back 1,000 Polkadot. This was, I don't know, a couple months ago. Pretty disliked video because I said it was all out Polkadot and the Polkadot army came out. Anyway, yeah, I just keep earning free Polkadot, 12% a year, and I think Polkadot is going to go to the moon. I think it's an amazing coin. It's going to be more of a like a Rolls Royce type smart chain, most likely. They are building a very strong ecosystem. Kusama and Polkadot in general, I don't know if you funded to get free Moonriver or if you just bought Moonriver. So the play, look at that. It's been a while since I've updated it. So, oh wait, that's wrong. Is that right? All right, so this is gonna suck because I had 100 too many. All right, I just lost my portfolio just lost $2,000. I had 100 too many Polkadot in my portfolio. But there's a lot of opportunity in Polkadot and Kusama if you want, and I think it's going to be the same with Polkadot, but you can IDO, you can lend your Kusama to these projects like Moonriver, and then people got a ton of free Moonriver. I don't know much about that game, and there could be a lot of high risk there, so, but again, I think, and then you said you got an ADAX. I'm getting really excited for Cardano. I think there's going to be some really big Cardano plays. I like ADAX a lot. I like Ergo a lot. I got my card starter. Looks like there could be some amazing opportunity there. Unfortunately, you probably have to put in like, it might have been a decent time to buy card starter with this dip because it was at like $12. So in order to be like you're talking like you need to be kind of big money bags, Bilgo or whatever, money bags. Wait, what's that? Anyway, Bilgins. Because with card starter, you have to own the token to get a chance at the IDO. And the more you own, like I think it's 50% chance of being able to be in an IDO if you own 500 card starter, and 100% if you own 1,000, or maybe it's only 50% if you own it. So 50% chance of getting the lottery on an IDO, you need to own 12,000 of the Cardano, and then or the card starter token, and then you can freaking like YOLO into some IDOs, which are much more higher risk. So that's a big game right there. But I think these DEXs are going to come online. Sunday Swap soon. Sunday Swap and Liquid are both waiting. I'm pretty excited about Liquid, a lending platform. They're both waiting on their smart contract audit, and I think they're going to go live. And I do think that ecosystem is going to explode. Unlike Solana, I mean, don't get me wrong. So I like Solana, and I think it's going to be successful. But the faith, the believers at Cardano, dude, that's like a cult, like Tesla, man. Like that Tesla cult, you don't want to get in a fight with the Tesla cult, and you don't want to get in a fight with the Cardano cult. And I'm a proud member of both the Cardano and the Harmony One cult. But the Cardano cult is probably one of the strongest cults on the in the blockchain. Over 70% of the freaking Cardano staked, and that's why you see a lot of volatility in Cardano, because when it goes down or when it goes up, it happens pretty quick because there's not that much supply, and when there's not that much supply, the token can kind of fluctuate quite a bit. So I think that is setting that up to be a massive like boom. Again, look at what Solana has done. Look at what AVAX has done, and look at what Algorand is starting to do. What else is out there right now? I said Solana, what Matic did. These smart chains freaking exploded once people started doing DeFi, and then Solana with DeFi. I believe I forget the name of their Radium, like the third biggest DEX out there right now. And then the NFTs exploded over there. Dude, that's coming to Cardano, right? Is it going to see a 7x boom like Solana did? Probably not, because quite a lot of that's built in, but I do believe Cardano is probably going to be, I don't see it ever really falling out of the top 5 for any length of period in the long run. It's going to be a battle between Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, and Polkadot, in my opinion. There could be, a black sheep that comes in there and, all you XRP people, calm down. I don't think you're going to be in the top 5. Let's see. Harmony is the greatest, most undervalued coin on the market. In fact, this DeFi Kingdoms is built on the great Harmony 1 system. VRA is a good one. Pay 25% on. I am not familiar with that token at all. Oh, good for you, Arab. I have Harmony, one of my first coins. I don't know. If you just started in May and Harmony 1's one of your first coins, who hooked you up with that one? Trezor has Algorand. So Algorand's the MIT guy, right? I always mix that up with AVAX. I don't know Algorand and I don't know AVAX at all, other than what little I see. I know there's a strong Algorand following. I have nothing against Algorand. I just, I pick my horses and I'm in them for now. Maybe we'll reevaluate if the market blows its top off and I do sell. Maybe I'll reevaluate. Maybe I'll see like, maybe I sell 10,000 Cardano and I see there's still huge opportunity in something like Solana. I do like looking at things like Solana because you can stake it and earn 7.5%, and I want to accumulate, right? Free passive income, free, accumulation. I did make that myself. A lot of people want me to like hook them up with it, and it's just like, or create one, or like, I don't know. One of the problems is I talk about it all the time. I just don't, it's a laziness. I don't know if it's, I don't have the energy. I don't have the time. I don't want to, like, all I can say, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. You can put one together yourself. You make your little, the hard part for this, and I did have to Google it, and I don't even, it's a pain in the ass to edit it, but where is it? Yeah, you come over here. This has an API key to CoinGecko, and you have to set that up. Takes a little bit of technical know-how, not too much. If you're decent with Excel, it's not that hard to figure out. But if I need to edit it and add a coin, right, it does it alphabetically, and then it comes over here and it screws all this up. And what is it? Oh, like if I were to buy Solana, I would have to add Solana in, and then I would have to move all these down and all this other stuff. But it's not that hard, right? I mean, the formulas might be a little hard if you're not very good at math. But I'm around to help you figure it out. All this is right here is this just goes equals quotes bang H9, so that's my quotes. It's just referencing the price. This updates every 10 minutes, and the rest just play around, man. Figure it out. It's not that hard, but it's not right. Like there's other stuff out there. I also use Coin Market Cap. It kind of sucks. You can put your coins in there, and it tells you the same thing. I just kind of put this together and back in the day, and it just kind of helps me keep my bearings straight of what my cost. Because one of the problems with Coin Market Cap or these coin things is if you don't do it like when you bought it, or you don't really take the time to put in like all the dates and how much you paid for it, it's a little bit harder to know what your average cost is. And I'm at the point right now where my average cost on Cardano is probably a little bit more, but I didn't even, because I have more Cardano than this, but I don't even have it on the spreadsheet. That's off in like my nanny wallet buying NFTs and stuff like that. So Trezor says, honestly, Tom, Harmony has better news and partnerships than Algo. Yeah, I mean, I'll take your word for that. I don't know Algorand at all. I do know that there's some people out there that they're, Algorand is kind of one of those ones that get mentioned every now and then. And there's definitely, like, for example, there's some Helium Hotspot guy's video I'll watch every now and then, and he's pretty hyped up. Like Algorand is Algorand and Helium are the horses that he put hitched his wagon to. I joined crypto, due to Shiba and Doge hype. Yeah, sorry to hear that, brother. I avoid meme coins at all costs. I bought a little bit of Doge here and there just to kind of have some fun with it, but yeah, not financial advice, but avoid meme coins. Auto staking the Algorand wallet. Let's see, stayed for the fundamentals, and I'm glad I found the space, even though it was because, yeah, no, welcome to the party. Just get in nice, again, it's accumulation game, right? Cardano, I think, is great. Harmony, I mean, in fact, I could sell some Bitcoin. I have too much Bitcoin, right? I don't want to go under one whole Bitcoin. I just always want to be a whole coiner, and I think it's a great store of value. But I have a lot more fun having my money in things like Cardano, where you earn 5%. And it's a great smart chain that I think is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar smart chain in the future. So that Cardano is my biggest bag. It does fight with Ethereum every now and then as the prices fluctuate, but Ethereum's got some ground to make up right now, and it's actually down below 3,000. I have roughly 10 Ethereum over on the Anchor protocol on Terra Luna. I'm very bullish Terra Luna, but there's so much utility in this stuff with DeFi. NFTs is kind of a whole different way of investing, and so I don't, but DeFi, there's a lot of great ways to make money in DeFi. And just staking, right? This is how much passive income I'm making per month right now. And it was doing a lot better when Cardano was $3, but just think about it when Cardano is $10. I'll be making $5,000 compounding in Cardano, compounding $5,000 a month in passive income. That's why I don't want to sell it. And I've said it, I'm more curious to how much passive income I'm making when we're at our lows. Do I think we're at our lows? I think if the bull run goes parabolic, we could see the lows back of what we saw towards the end of May, like Bitcoin back to 30,000. I think the lowest low of something like Bitcoin is going to be around 30,000, Ethereum around 1,700. So right now, those are like my lines in the sand where I think is how bad it could get. And Cardano may be back down to $1, right? I think those kind of numbers are possible for like the next bear market. And then we go back off into a new bull market and we find higher lows. Han's in the house. How you doing, brother? You should have yelled at me yesterday. I didn't have my chat over on this window, and I almost forgot today. You know what? I should move my little lovely mug over a little bit. Do you think Bitcoin will end? No, I don't think Bitcoin's never going to end, dude. Like, we don't need lightning networks. We don't need this. We don't need that. All we ever need is Bitcoin to be a deflationary store of value where people run. Well, people like gold, where people hold money there like gold, right? It's easy to transfer, it's easy to move around, it's easy to store, and it's deflationary, right? Or there's a hard cap on it. It's a perfect store of value. That's all I ever need it to be, right? A lot of times when the markets are crashing and etc., back in the day, people would move to gold, people would move to the dollar, and they'd move to cash, right? Flights of safety. Bitcoin will become one of the de facto flights of safety. It's never going away. Unless like something crazy, I should say never say never. There's some things that can happen. I don't think they will happen, like some double spend event or freaking Satoshi sells his 1,000,000 Bitcoins. Who the F knows, but that's nice. Wise moves, big cat. Yeah, it seems like it's all right. So let's pop back on over and see what else Captain Noia. Like, what is this Noia? All right, on-chain data remains very strong, and all indicators are still all right. We looked at the 2-year, the 200-week moving average heat map, not showing red dots yet. That's good. Fuel multiplier still at mid-range, long way to go. So this right here plays in line with what I look at a lot, and that's the Bitcoin hash rate. So when the Bitcoin hash rate's really low, the fuel multiplier is really high, and etc. So it's at the midpoint. Stock to flow model. This is a big model that I put my hitch my wagon to, and we're right on track with where he said we're going. And this is probably very influential to Capo's technical analysis, to be quite honest. But like I said, Plan B says 43,000 end of September. We're at 43,000. We're at the end of September. And I think it's like 60-ish thousand in October, 80,000, 90,000 in November, and over 100,000, 120 or something thousand in December. And you know what? Maybe let me think about this. I don't want to just spew words out to spew, and I want to. Am I really going? Oh my goodness. All right. I need to think about. I'm just trying to determine, because I'm trying to determine when I will take profits. So if Bitcoin hits 100,000, 120,000 in December, am I going to take profits in? Right now, I don't know, man. Like, something tells me that would be the wise choice, and I'd have to do it, but I don't know right now. So price still halfway. All right, this is the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curves. I love this bad boy. I talk about this one all the time. Although this one looks a little bit different, because I show us just barely touching it, and this shows us above it. Look into bitcoin.com. Similar to the fuel multiplier. I don't know what that is. The R HODL ratio. This is one of his favorites. I'm not even really familiar with this one. Hasn't reached the red zone yet. Yeah, we're a long way from the red zone. 10,000? I don't know how to read this. Bitcoin price. Oh, okay. So this one's kind of hard to read. So the Bitcoin price is around 50,000, but the HODL ratio's down here at about 10,000. So we need the HODL ratio up here. Yeah, well, long story short, when the HODL ratio gets up to the red zone, it might be time to lock in some profits. And apart from the on-chain, there are many other bullish indicators. He went into this. Anyway, I posted this down below. I follow and watch this guy all the time. He's pretty spot on. I've hitched my wagons pretty heavily to the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curves. I'm definitely going to watch this HODL ratio. This one's very interesting to me too. And Capo, man, like, and this guy's been pretty spot on. He said he legit sold like 60% of all his cryptocurrency at 50,000, said the dump was coming. And, you know, I don't really think that was going out on a limb. It's just it is too easy for the big money, the smart money, the big whales, the big fish to drop the hammer when people, let's take a look at the Bitcoin short ratio. It's the whales, they see this, right? And they have connections and they have contacts, and they know when things are over leveraged and when it's easy to take out stop losses, right? Not financial advice. I don't recommend using stop losses. If you use a stop loss, it's going to get triggered. It's that simple. Ooh, Bitcoin back down below 43,000. All right, so let's see. Bitcoin shorts. Bitcoin shorts. It's not really crazy. Nothing like it has been in the past. So nothing out of the ordinary there. That's true. Only when utility comes. So there is definitely something else could take its place that's more efficient. Anything. Oh, are you talking about Bitcoin? That's its utility, man. Bitcoin's utility is it's a store of value. That's all it ever needs to be. I don't need to get paid in Bitcoin. I don't need I like it nice and secure. Don't F with it, right? Don't F with it, man. Like, it's nice to have money in Bitcoin knowing that it's secure, that it's hard to hack and all this. Like, upgrade its resilience to things like quantum computing. Sure, great. But I don't need it to have smart contracts, for example, right? All the Bitcoin maxis like, oh, Bitcoin can and will. Dude, I don't want Bitcoin to have smart contracts. Once you introduce smart contracts, you introduce risk. I don't want more risk on my Bitcoin. I want my Bitcoin to be a nice, safe, lock it on my ledger and forget about it. 120K would be a great New Year's gift. It won't be enough for me to retire, but we're getting there. Bro, I don't, should you wait for 200K? Bitcoin will see 200K, but I don't know when, right? So that's up to you. One of the things I'd love to preach and teach on this channel is you got to learn how to make your own decisions because it's your money, right? You're able to make your own decisions on when to buy and when to sell, and you just be smart about it, right? Builds a lot of confidence, and you're able to just do everything in your life better because you're able to make decisions. All right, so that wraps it up for my Bitcoin. Is this a black swan event? Is this the crash? Dude, you're not going like... Come on, Bitcoin's 43,000. That's not black swan event. Black swan event is Bitcoin would be pushing 30,000 and below. Or black swan? Dude, black swan event's below this line right here, below 22,000. The last black swan event was the last sticky icky back in March of 20, talking about that Rona as Jeremy at Financial. This is a black swan event, right? We're down here. So black swan event now, yeah, not good times. We're going to be at like 20,000, right? Everyone talking about black swans and crashes. Are you kidding me? Like, we're kind of at that line in the sand. This is a line in the sand. So this takes us back to January of 20. Like when Bitcoin first broke, we are at an important line at the sand. When Bitcoin went on its bull run, broke its all-time high of around 19,000, and then went up to right up about where we are right now. So we're right back at where we were in January. And in January, people were party hats and party horns and all this stuff, whatever they're called, going crazy. And then we had a nice little pullback. Panic time, we went back down to like 28,000, 30% pullback, and then it was, Bob's your uncle all the way to 65,000. So we're seeing it now, right? Now, don't get me wrong. We need plan B to be right now, right? If we don't hold the line and we start, I don't mind a little bleed, like, we still may kind of touch 38,000, but we can't stay there long, right? We are at a critical point. I could have put that in clickbait in the title. This is the most critical. I do believe that. Like, there's always critical points and, urgent, must watch now, critical. We are at a critical point. It will not be good to lose this going into what should be the end of the cycle. So if we do lose this, brace yourselves. Pucker up, baby. Pucker up. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm biased. How many times has Bitcoin crashed? 70, 80 every year nearly? Now the 80 or 90% usually comes at the end of the golden ratio, the end of the bull market, right? You usually don't see 80 or 90 until like this right here. This was the end of the 2017, and it saw about 85%. And then the same thing happened in 2013. So, and that's what, like Big Boy attached the wagon he attaches his horse to. He says we're going to 100,000 and then we're dipping 80%. So if we're at 100,000, let's say we hit his target of 100,000 in the next 2-3 weeks, like he predicts. I think that there's diminishing returns on how high we go up, and I think there's diminishing returns on how low we go. So if we hit 83%, maybe we only go 75% this time. So I'm just spitballing here, right? So this is 100,000, and if we go down like 75%, okay, you're starting to make me nervy. We could go back down into, numbers that I thought would be the lows that I actually mentioned earlier in the stream. 30,000 would be a 69% dip. It is not uncommon to come back all the way down to the bottom of the logarithmic growth curve and that would hover us around 24,000. We have not ever gone below this unless the one time this Black Swan event. So if there's a massive Black Swan event, we could see, like, Crypto Savvy saying 9,000. I don't. He's smoking some short hopium there for sure. Because I mean, for Bitcoin to go to 9,000, like, that would just be an utter bloodbath. I just don't see that happening. Now, we could. The bridge could be over for now. Here's the deal, though. If this is the end of the bull run, I think it'll be a somewhat shorter bear market. It might not be as ugly, right? But no one knows, right? Everyone keeps expecting it to just continue to repeat the cycles. But God, dude, there is so much different about this cycle. And the main thing that is different about this cycle is the utility. The freaking utility. Ethereum. Ethereum is doing what it's doing. This market is doing what it's doing because of Ethereum. Plain and simple. Because of DeFi. Because of NFTs on Ethereum. Over $1 billion of Ethereum has been burned. Because of gas. Because people are buying NFTs. And that's now happening like crazy on Solana. It's happening on Harmony One. It's happening on Cardano. I'm buying and selling NFTs on Cardano. And in fact, it's where most of my focus is right now. But smart contracts and DeFi is coming to Cardano. The utility, DeFis and NFTs, gaming. Gaming is just starting to take off. So much utility is coming in. It's different. It is truly different this time. And we don't know. I think the cycle is going to be completely different. I would not be surprised at all if Bitcoin doesn't blow its top off. Maybe we chop sideways for the next few months. You got to prepare yourself for all this stuff. And if we continue to chop sideways or we continue to go down, just keep buying. Just keep buying. Right? I ease off my dollar cost averaging. I will greatly ease off my dollar cost. I mean, I'll stop dollar cost average. And I don't have much to dollar cost average. It's just a little bit paycheck to paycheck right now. But, you know, I'm already... Now it's like, it's time to kind of dollar cost average again. But if we get up to like 60, 70, 80, or $100,000 Bitcoin, I'm dollar cost averaging into cash at that point, waiting for the next dip. 13, 14, yeah, it was under 10K. So I started buying Bitcoin. I was such a noob at cryptocurrency. And this is just, it's telling you how correct my thesis is. In 2017, Bitcoin was nothing. I knew jack shit about Bitcoin. It was just this highly speculative asset that I saw a bunch of idiots talking about and FOMOing into. I'm like, dude, what the Bitcoin? What the F are they talking? These guys are a bunch of idiots. And to be quite honest, I'm fortunate. I'm very lucky that I had that attitude, because if I was on the other side of the fence, I probably would have YOLO'd in and lost all my money. So the timing worked out perfectly for me. It was much harder to get into. I had dealt with it some because as an engineer, you know, we've had a few clients that have gotten cryptoed, and we'd have to facilitate, you know, paying the ransom, and it was a major pain in the ass. At the time, my first experience with it was you had to go to like these third-party message boards, and people were very like, didn't trust you because there's scams and all this. So it was a whole different ball game, and it started to get a little bit easier towards the end of that bull run. But now, like I said, it's so freaking easy to get into it. But I don't know, for whatever reason, around August of 2020, I'm like, you know what? Because for even up until that point, you know, Bitcoin was kind of hovering around 6,000 or 8,000, and all the Bitcoin people were saying, oh, Bitcoin's going to go. And again, I didn't know much about it, and they were talking about how it was going to start mooning again. And I was kind of saying, yeah, Bitcoin's probably going to go to 3,000 before it sees 10,000, and 10,000 was closer. And I was kind of right, but I think that was mostly because of the Black Swan event. And then it started creeping up again. It started, you know, after the Black Swan, it started creeping up. I'm like, you know what? Let me check out this Bitcoin thing. Again, as an engineer, network, cloud systems, and all that, I'm like, wait a second, man. There's code involved, Ethereum, smart contracts, and liquidity pools, and Ethereum virtual machines. Dude, I'm migrating virtual machines before the stream. Completely different virtual machine, but kind of the same concept. And I'm like, right? And then I really started to understand all this other stuff people were talking about, you know, financial freedom, the open ledger, and all this stuff. So now the bridge is completely over. Go check out my videos in 2020. I mean, don't get me wrong. I had a lot of good calls. Don't, you know, avoid workhorse. Rides going to zero. Probably my most hated video ever. But I was right. We made a lot of money on Tesla. We made a lot of money on Neo. We made a lot of money on Xpone. And then I started looking into this Bitcoin thing, and just slowly but surely, money left my stock account. Started buying Bitcoin. Then I started learning about Ethereum. And then I bought a bunch of Ethereum. And then I met Charles Hoskinson, you know, on the internet. I didn't meet him in real life. I'm like, oh, I like this guy. Let me look into this Cardano stuff. And then I went green eggs and ham on Cardano. I started buying Cardano at 16 cents, and I've been buying it ever since then. In fact, I bought $6,000 worth of Cardano last week when it was at like, I don't know, $2.50. I should have waited, right? I love Cardano at $2.50. I think Cardano is going to $10 this year, and I could be wrong. Maybe it tops out at 8. Maybe it tops out at 5. I have no idea, but I know by 2024 it could be $30. $30 green egg. $30 Cardano is possible. That puts Cardano at roughly $1 trillion market cap. That is definitely within reason for Cardano by like 2024, 2030 and beyond. Multi-trillion-dollar market cap. There is so much money in this world, and it continues to expand and grow. A lot of recent apps from, oh yeah, and so that's part of what's holding the adoption back a little bit, is how easy some of the apps are to use, especially like on your mobile, right? Even now, it's kind of bums me out because, and there might be easier and better ways to do it, but like Harmony One on MetaMask, the MetaMask on Harmony One doesn't work on the mobile. And there's, you know, things like unstoppable domains, and there's one coming to Harmony One, I believe. And I have my Ethernet name service. Those all make it, and you can set up your Ethernet name service to use with any coin. But there's a little bit of a technological roadblock to all that. So it'll be a lot easier when people can just send money to, like, you know, for example, Nostradamus.eth, what I have, and I want to get a few more, but versus like 0xB4, you know what I'm saying. So I think the wallets could continue to use a good overhaul. We got the One wallet coming to Harmony One that sounds pretty amazing. Also on Harmony One, we got the multi-chain NFT. I actually just read an article this morning while I was on the can about OpenSea looking to add protocols to their. And of course they are. Of course OpenSea is going to go to try and get on Cardano and Solana and all this stuff. Of course they are. There's just too much money to be made right there. You know, another article I was reading, it's kind of old. It was from August 5th. I almost made it my clickbait video of the day, is Harmony One coming to Coinbase. It was from like August 5th. I think I retweeted it. Let me take a look. Yeah, here we go. So good morning. This guy, his tweets go to the Harmony One channel on my Discord. If you haven't joined, please join. Only if you're, you know, like-minded, talk about this and that and NFTs. I want to get more involved with NFTs and gaming. I think there's going to be a huge opportunity there. Anyway, this is an article from freaking like August 5th, I believe. But Harmony One is on Coinbase's radar. They're looking at digital assets. I guess they're on Coinbase's radar. This is the Coinbase blog, so they put the picture there. So yeah, Coinbase. I think these right here, these four on the left side would be great additions to Coinbase. I'm not the world's biggest Matic fan. I don't hate it. I love Cosmos. I don't own any. So Cosmos and Solana are the two coins that I don't own that I probably have the most FOMO in. And then it would probably be XRP. But in fact, if push came to shove, I might buy Cosmos over Solana. Anyway, I think those four coins on the left would be great additions to Coinbase. Is there going to be a huge Coinbase Harmony One pump effect? Maybe, maybe not. Even if it is, it's just going to be superficial. It's probably only going to be a small pump in the beginning and then it'll pull back. End of the day, I mean, Harmony One is my favorite high risk, high reward play. I think it's the most undervalued smart chain out there. I love using the Harmony One smart chain. It hasn't been around that long. It's doing a lot of great things with cross-chain connections to Terra Luna, to Polkadot. Soon, there's no doubt in my mind they're going to be coming to Cardano, EVM, Ethereum Virtual Machine compatible. It is going to be the pathway, I believe, where most people will use as the bridge to go from, for example, you know, Ethereum to Polkadot, or just, for me, I cannot wait. Aave, the vote on the Aave pass, so Aave's coming to Harmony One. I believe Curve's going to be coming pretty soon. I keep hearing, I can't wait for Anchor. Anchor's my bank, man. I wish Anchor could be my bank. If I could direct deposit into Anchor and I pay my bills with Anchor, Wells Fargo, you'd get the double bird. You know what I'm saying? I got into ADA. Nice. I got into Harmony One. I'm late. Yeah, don't feel bad, Foreskin. I YOLO'd into Harmony One at 7. What's my average price? 13.7? No, that's the price of it. I don't know that. I think I might have adjusted that. I think I first YOLO'd into Harmony One like 30,000. Maybe that price is right. I don't remember. I thought it was maybe a little bit higher. But I started YOLOing into Harmony One around the May dip, and then we had a rough little dip. I think I did the little wash sell game with it. I don't remember, where I sold it all and then bought it back in at a little bit cheaper. But I was definitely pounding the table when it was 5 or 6 cents, and I was buying up as much as I could back then. I think even at 13 cents, I think it's a hell of a bargain. Again, not financial advice. I think Harmony One could, if the market blows its top off, Harmony One could see $1. Harmony One could see $1 even if the market spins sideways for a while. There's so many great things coming. Cross-chain NFT bridge, the chain link, the one wallet. This is one of those smart chains that, like, it already had a little bit of its day, a very, very small sneak peek of it, like going to 25 cents. But this is one of those ones, like, it could see a 5 to 6 to 7x, just like in a 1 to 2 week period, no problem. And that'd be like its new norm. This to me is, if you missed a boat on Cardano, and I don't think you've missed the boat on Cardano. In fact, like I said, I think Cardano is going to explode too. But if you missed that boat on Cardano, where I was buying it at 15 cents and buying it heavily at 50 cents and buying it super heavily at 90 cents, you're kind of seeing that opportunity here, because it's, you know, you had your opportunity at 5 cents. Now you have your opportunity at 30 cents. I don't think it's too far away before that opportunity is going to be 20, 40, 50, and $1, right? And the next thing you know, like the dollar, like Cardano for a long time, it kept, every time it crashed, it would find support at $1. I could see that being Harmony One in the future. By 2024, 2025, Harmony One could be a multi-dollar asset, right? But again, that's the narrative I spin in my head because I'm extremely bullish Harmony One, and I want so badly for that to be the case. Fundamentally, all the pieces are there. It's an amazing smart chain. I use it all the time. Sushi Swap, DaVinci Gallery, right now DeFi Kingdoms that I did earlier in the stream. Extremely painless, extremely fast. The transactions happen very fast and sub-fractions of a penny. Matic is very similar, but a lot of times the transactions would get stuck, they'd get delayed, you have to up your gas. I mean, you're talking at fractions of a penny, but you still, you know, it's not 1 or 2 second finality. And you're constantly having Harmony One, you just hit boom, 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 and it's done. Like, before you even like take your hand off the mouse, the transaction's done. It's freaking amazing. It's beautiful, right? ETH is the worst bridge possible. Did you ever swap something you have lots of for more diversification, or do you stick with your loyal GFS? What's GFS? Go. Bro. Don't do things because I told you, right? I'm just telling you, go use it, man. I love Harmony One. And again, don't invest more than you can afford to lose, or don't lose more than you can afford to invest. I mean, it goes both ways. But oh, girlfriends, this portfolio, go watch any video I've made in the last year. It has not changed much. The only thing that's changed is I might buy a little bit more of this or a little bit more of that, right? I think earlier in the year, my Cardano was at 110,000. Earlier in the year, my Harmony One was at like 200,000, right? So I haven't changed what I've hitched my wagon to. I've extremely hitched my wagon to Cardano, then Ethereum. It used to be Polkadot, Bitcoin, right? Forget about Bitcoin. And then it used to be Polkadot in the number 4 spot. So it was Cardano, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Polkadot, and then Harmony One. I started investing heavily in Harmony One, and it became my 5th biggest position. As of late, now Harmony One's my 4th biggest, edging out Polkadot by a bit, by about 2%. Polkadot's another one though, right? Like Polkadot, extremely undervalued. It's probably a safer bet, and you can earn 12% interest on it over, like, for example, on Kraken and other places. Harmony One's around 9 to 11% ish on the Harmony One validators. In fact, let's see how we're doing. And I'm very big into the passive income aspect. Oh, let's see how my trees are doing. It's sunny now. No rain, no snow. Nice, nice. I wouldn't mind seeing a little snow for the day, right? Get me in that fall mood. I am going to be checking. Oh, I found another website actually for these Cardano trees. And I think I posted in the video. Oh my goodness, I love that tree so much. So I'm going to be looking to buy a couple more of these Cardano trees. Again, I think these are so under the radar NFTs, very unique. I think these are very, very solid assets. Again, no, not financial advice. These are high risk. I do think most, like PFP personal or what is it? PFP personal or profile pick. PFP profile. That's a little acronym you'll see out there in the NFT world. These young kids and all their cool little sayings. So NFT, non-fungible token, PFP, profile pick. So all these little profile picks, animals, and all this stuff. Dude, most of that shit's going to zero. Most of it's going to zero. And in fact, I'm kind of got it out of my system. I'm trying, although I'm going to buy some baby aliens, right? I'm looking to buy some baby aliens. I'm trying to get it out. So this is what I've bought so far. I am focused more on Cardano. I got some crap over on Ethereum. I'm trying to liquidate, at least kind of get my money back. Have fun with it. I think there is a good opportunity. Again, I mentioned this yesterday. If you're really good at like flipping items on eBay, or you were one of those World of Warcraft guys that spent all day in the auction house, and there's ways to flip and make money. For sure. Short term, for sure, make a living flipping NFTs, but I just don't have that kind of, thank you. Yeah, I like my apes too. Some of these, they're smoking cigars are really cool too, but I bought one of each of these because you own all 3 of them, you're going to be able to get like a free airdrop coming up. Honestly, like this is the guy I love the most. I love my little crypto dino, and then I love these Cardano trees. So they're living trees on the blockchain. Living, they never die. Rain, snow, sleet. Well, they don't have rain, snow, day, night. This one has and flowers. This one's only 900. I say only 900. So I'm going to be looking to try and pick up a couple rare. Which is this probably just uncommon? Yeah, this one's uncommon. I want to get one of the single flowering ones, but those bad boys are expensive. Yeah. Yeah, this guy looks like he might want to fling a couple turds at me. All right, what was I going to talk about? I saw these Cardano trees, and I just, huge tangent. What was I going to talk about? Harmony, no. Da Vinci, no. Yeah, I don't freaking know, boys and girls. I'm sorry. I felt like it was, no, I don't know. Here's my wallet over on OpenSea. I bought these video game dev squads. These are doing okay. I just really like I love the 80s. The 80s is the greatest decade of all time. I got this guy for free. I'm trying to sell him for half an Ethereum right now. I would love for that to go off. These were kind of cool, but I'm losing my shirt on these. These are just a massive, probably $1,000 loss. These right here, I've already made my money back on these, so it's pure profit. And they came with these for free, pure profit. They're going to the sandbox. They're going to have dog racing. There's Wicked tokens, so there's some potentially good value here. This bad boy I bought for 0.75 Ethereum. Just one of those FOMO. I like apes, right? I like apes. It's just always my kind of thing. This bro was wearing an Ethereum chain and Bitcoin eyes. I'm like, yep, got to have him. Now I'm trying to sell him. What is going on? OpenSea down. Trying to sell him. I think I'm trying to sell him for like 0.9. Just barely make my money back on that one. I'm trying to move my liquidity over to Cardano and Harmony One right now. Yeah, so I'm trying to sell him for 0.9. I bought him for 0.75. Not getting. He's kind of rare. He's in the top 2,000 rarity. I might have to lower the price, or I'll just wait for the market to come to me, I guess. But the point I'm getting, so this would be a NFT PFP profile pic, right? This is the big thing. All the cool kids want, there's an explosion in PFPs right now. The problem is there's a bunch of these guys out here just shitting out all these different profile sets. It's not that, it doesn't take that long for someone halfway decent at art and have already figured out the system and these teams just to slap together another 10,000 profile pic and dump it on your face, right? Because the momentum and the FOMO is there. So if you're looking to be in NFTs as a long-term investment, unfortunately, you're going to want to stick to more blue chip stuff for the most part. And the blue chip stuff takes money. I've got it out of my system. I might take a few, 1 to 2 Ethereum loss. Maybe 1 Ethereum loss right now if I were to just cut all my losses in learning this game. So I'm passing on my wisdom to you. I mean, I could probably sell most of this and end up only being like half an Ethereum or something like that. Long story short, all I'm saying is be careful with NFTs. There are definitely ways to make money flipping NFTs, even small, crappy ones, right? If you understand like little tips and tricks, there's plenty of video, but it's not passive income. It's a very active, grind your nuts off type lifestyle, and it's not the type of thing I'm looking to do. I am looking to find good value though, and I think the Cardano trees are going to be one of those ones. Just appreciate over time. It's a very, very under the radar. Cardano in itself is, I mean, I know a lot of people have heard, but in the grand scheme of things, and I work for an IT company, a lot of smart people, a lot of really smart people. The only reason I know of 2 other people of over maybe 100 employees that know what Cardano is. And one of those people, I'm like, bro, buy this. You want to buy, and I told him to start buying it at like 20 cents. So that's why he knows what Cardano is. So most people don't know what Ethereum really is. Most people don't really know what Cardano is. So it's still very early to the game. So if you get into a really unique NFT like Cardano trees, right? And I could be wrong, but these things could end up, I feel like it's a safe way to invest. These right here, for example, my Cardano apes, these dogs on the chain, even these crypto dinos, I don't sit here and think like I'm going to get rich off these. Maybe one of these will become some amazing utility, amazing like Discord community, maybe. But I don't, you know what I'm saying? This, on the other hand, these Cardano trees, I just don't see these not just being over time appreciating in value. A lot of it is about the art and the designer, kind of, but it's kind of like the real art world, unless you're someone like Banksy, it's tough to break into that. Right now, 90 to 95 to 98% of NFTs is just a bunch of freaking like teenagers and 20-year-olds dumping garbage hopes and dreams on your face to make a quick buck. You could drop a 10,000 in it, and I'm being real, right? Even a lot of the Twitters and hypes, just like This is a bunch of dude. This is a bunch of teams making cash grabs. They learn how to make these systems, and then they come out little 10,000 NFT set. Oh, make a lot of them just steal, right? Like they steal the artwork or make little small tweaks to it, and they put it all these different assets, and oh, it's a cow, it's a lion, it's a lizard, right? And then they hype it up, and because there's so much FOMO right now, there's so many people, and they keep filling in with, oh, we're so early to the game and etc. Dude, 90 to 98% of it's just cash grabs, dump on your face, take your money type stuff. So if you're gonna get into the NFT world, buy some. If you enjoy the artwork, if you really like it, at the end of the day, are these going to be things that I look back and say, man, I shouldn't have wasted my money on that or what have you? I'm trying to keep it small. But right now, the Cardano trades is where it's at. How could you not love Banksy? I'd love to have a Banksy. You race your skeleton dogs like the dog part. Yeah, so it's definitely going to be heavily focused around gambling. You can race your dogs. There's Wicked tokens. I earn 10 free Wicked tokens a day, similar to how CyberKongs does the bananas. They have a great community. I'm not shilling Wicked Ape Bone Club. I'm not telling you have to own a Wicked Ape and you have to own a Wicked Ape dog to be able to do this. I'm not shilling it. I have no idea if it's going to be a flop, but they have a great community. I enjoy hanging out in their Discord. It's not toxic for the most part. It keeps growing. They just hit 30,000. So this is one of those ones that could be, and I'm not selling, right? I could sell. I'm not selling my Wicked Apes and I'm not selling my boners. I'm looking forward to someday maybe hanging out in a sandbox in my condo, heading over to the racetrack and maybe racing my dog. You know what I'm saying? Maybe collecting pass. I don't have any perception that Wicked Apes is going to make me rich. I'm just doing that one for the fun. But let's see if I can find it. That's my Cardano folder. All right, here we go. Wicked Apes. They just hit 30,000. Yes, they're pushing on 31,000. The community keeps growing. So this one is a decent one. It's not too overly priced. I mean, go hang out in the Discord if you like the community. If you want to gamble, sounds like some fun to you. You can get into Wicked Ape. A Wicked Ape. I think the floor is around 0.4 right now on the apes. It is rising, but it does have its little ebbs and flows. People start like playing that game. They just kind of want to sell, and they'll keep lowering it. But the floor does keep going up on this for the most part. Yeah, so the floor was at like 0.41 yesterday, so it's kind of fluctuating around the 0.4. So you can get into this pretty cheap. And again, I'm not. You gotta make your own decision on this. I have no idea, again, if this is gonna. But I enjoy the community. It's got a strong community. I do love the artwork. I mean, nothing's really floating my boat on the floor. This one's kind of cool, but art's subjective. I don't hate this one. My problem is I'll sit here and I'll scroll down until I find one that really like, yeah, man, I want to have that one. And then I'll never want to sell them, right? So you don't really make money by buying things you never want to sell. This one, I like this one. What I want, so if you learn these NFTs and learn what's hot, so one thing that's really hot on these, I have a pimp coat, but the hip hop jacket is really popular. That one's always going to be, as long as these are somewhat in style, the hip hop jacket's always going to have a higher value. I've been threatening to buy a hip hop jacket, even though the pimp coat's the best coat. There was one on here. Yeah, he's still available. I like that one because this looks hip hop, right? I keep pointing it out. Eventually, someone's gonna steal it. I'm probably never gonna buy it. But these hip hop jackets are pretty cool. This one's the most hip hop looking one. That one's fairly hip hop looking. A lot of these aren't very hip hop looking, and they're asking a lot of money for them. I mean, what is that, Little Nas X? That's more So, oh, that one's pretty hip hop. That one's pretty dope right there. But 25 Ethereum, no thank you. No thank you. Rainbow Grill, 100 Ethereum, 132,000 Ethereum. I don't think that one's going to happen. You want to see the greatest NFT on the planet, though? Right here. Apes of Space. Rainbow Grill, punk rock glasses, Bitcoin chain, NASA suit on the moon with the Bitcoin flag. This could be yours. This could be yours. Elon Musk and what's his face? Jeff Bezos. You guys should be fighting over this. 10,000 Ethereum, that's nothing to you. Come on, come buy it. Come buy it. Make all my dreams come true. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. I've been rambling on way too long. And it is, oh my goodness, 8 o'clock in the morning. Time to get work. Great info. I need to cook my, oh, awesome. All right, everyone. Really appreciate everyone that stopped by. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I'll be back tomorrow, 6:25 a.m. PST. Be there, be square. Love you all and peace.